We are gathered here today on a beanbag in my living room to discuss Tumblr culture and what it means to be problematic. I know a bunch of red flags are probably popping up in your brain right now because that's just kind of what happens when these topics are discussed, and I'm honestly kind of nervous to make this video because I never talk about stuff like this on YouTube, and I don't know how it's gonna go over, but I think this is really relevant right now and it is important to talk about. So here we go. So what I've noticed on Tumblr mostly is if anyone says anything remotely offensive or bad, they're automatically written off as an unredeemably awful person who deserves no respect. And this happens to celebrities mostly because they're the ones that are really visible to everyone and they're the easiest people to judge. And because of this, a blog called Your Fave is Problematic was born. If you're unfamiliar with it, this blog is a catalog of celebrities and every single thing they've ever said or done that has been offensive or bad in their history of being a celebrity or the history of their life in some cases. And while I understand that the original intent of this blog was more to take celebrities off of their pedestals and not to turn the entire internet against these people, that's kind of what it's become, and I have a problem with it. Basically, I don't think anyone should base their entire opinion of a person on a list of every bad thing they've ever said and done. Like, if a list of every offensive thing you've ever said publicly was set out in front of you, then you would look like an awful person too, don't you think? I mean, you wouldn't look like a great role model. And same goes for me. Like, I've said some really shitty things in the past, but I grow and I learn and I move past it, and other people do too. That's the thing about people. It's like we learn and we apologize and we hope other people forgive us and we forgive ourselves and we move on. And it's in the past. If you dismiss everybody as an awful person every time they make a mistake, then your list of people you find it acceptable to support is going to be really small. And I think that's really sad. I'm definitely not saying that you should never judge people based on what they say, or even that everything is forgivable, but you have to learn to know the difference between a good person saying something awful and an awful person saying something awful. And we definitely need to call people out when they say offensive things, but you have to at least give them a chance to redeem themselves and apologize and show you what kind of person they really are outside of that one thing they said. We're all human, and celebrities are in no way exempt from making the same stupid mistakes that you and I make. You should always think about things critically and know what's wrong in the things that people say or the media that you consume, and it's very important to call people out on that. But if these people say these things without malicious intent and in true ignorance, then I fully believe that they will be willing to learn and change and grow and the things that people do in life, you know? And I definitely don't think those people are beneath respect. If that were the case, then nobody would be respectable. To summarize, say your best friend says something offensive. Even though they've said this thing, you know that they're not a horrible person who does not deserve your respect anymore, so you politely call them out and tell them why it was offensive. And they'll probably feel really bad and apologize and not do that thing anymore. It's a metaphor, see? You can't expect celebrities, or anyone for that matter, to know the right thing to say all the time. People are going to mess up, and people are going to be ignorant about certain things, and not everyone has grown up in this internet culture where they know how to respect certain minority groups and how to not say things that are offensive to certain people. And you have to just recognize that, and you have to cut people some slack. Because people are fallible and imperfect, and you gotta deal with it, and you have to use your own good judgment to tell a good person from a bad one. And that's all I have to say, and I realize that was kind of a rant, but I hope you all agree with me, and if not, I would love to hear your thoughts. I'm scared. Bye!